Hola, mi gente. Mikey. Oh, happy Wednesday. Hope you guys have all had an amazing start to the week. We're 2 or 3 weeks into the new year, and here we are. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I am excited about tonight for many reasons. As you guys know, I'm a huge supporter of educators, and I'm a huge supporter of comedy. And tomorrow, in Little Village, those two intertwine. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing the Little Village Laugh Festival tomorrow at Mi Tierra uh, on 25th and Kedzie, and it's going to be all good uh, and super excited. So, hello, Gwen La Roka.
What's going
Yeah.
on, mi gente? What's going on,
Hi.
everybody?
Thank you for joining. Gwen just woke up. It's about that time. She wakes up right around now every night.
Well, you got to put me on blast. See, that's why I don't join your lives. That's why I don't join your lives.
Oh, I'm not putting you on blast. I'm saying she just got up. And anyway, comedian Gwen La Roka, ladies and gentlemen, on fire. For those of you who are following her or have never been to her show, ladies and gentlemen, Gwen is the only, and I like to brag about this as often as I can, the only Latina from the Midwest of the United States of America, from Illinois, from Chicago, from the city of Chicago, the Windy City, to ever be on HBO Latino. You can look that up on HBO Max. You can check her out there. Her one-woman show is Mi Casa es Tu Casa, has had 2 runs now, one at the Aguijón Theater and recently at the Urban Theater Company in Humboldt Park. So super excited to have Gwen here, have her on the show tomorrow, and my favorite people in the world, my teachers, Miss Guerrero and Miss Ballesteros from Madero School in Little Village. I have known Miss Guerrero, who's been a fan of our comedy shows for a while. Super excited to see her grow within the CPS education system. And I have indirectly known Miss Ballesteros, who is the sister of Juana Ballesteros, who is a very important figure here in Chicago in the community health area. So, ladies, welcome.
Hi.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys so much. Listen, tell me a little bit about Madero, where it's at, what's happening there, what you're doing. Miss Ballesteros, you go first.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me, Mikey. Oh, I'm excited to be here. So Madero Middle School is located in La Villita, Little Village neighborhood. It is on the corner of 28th and Kedzie. It is an IB International Baccalaureate school, and it's one of the only middle schools that has a JROTC cadet program that is phenomenal. We have a marching band. It's like I said, it's located in Little Village, and we were for a very long time we were the only middle school in the city of Chicago. And so now recently, I believe maybe there's 2 or 3 more. It's about maybe 28 years old. The school building. A lot of the teachers that work there are teachers who grew up within the community or are from Pilsen, and they're teaching there now. But it is definitely a beautiful school, vibrant. We have a lot going on with extracurricular activities and programs after school. It's our own little family. It's a small school, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, but all our teachers are phenomenal. We work together, and it's just a great place all around. I've been at Madero for next month will be 22 years. Out of those 22 years, the last 13 years,
Wow.
The last 13 years have been teaching 8th grade. I've been in the same classroom on the 3rd floor. But Madero is a sweet, beautiful school to walk in, and the majority of the staff that's there have been there for 10 plus years. They don't leave Madero. And if anyone leaves Madero, they regret leaving Madero because of how beautiful it is.
Love that. So, you and I spoke earlier this week, and I was extremely impressed with the fact that you are currently, I believe, working on your 2nd master's in education.
Yes.
And your goal is to be a principal. And then I said to you, does that mean you'll be the principal of Madero one day? And you said,
I said I would love to. I hope my boss is not on here right now, but yes.
Oh, yeah. She was kidding.
Or
was kidding.
oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. So, yes. So I am born and raised in Little Village. Parents still live there. My heart is set in the community. I have taught 5 generations of life. Like I've had just so many siblings over the years, and it's like when I hear a last name, I'm like, oh, you're a Bayana. How's so and so doing? And the kids coming back. I would hope years from now that I would love, it would be an honor to be a principal one day at Madero, if not somewhere in Little Village. Like I said, my heart is set there, and that's what I want to continue. Yes, I decided with a group of my work besties, I call them, we're 3 other phenomenal teachers and our IB coordinator, we decided to do our little cohort and wanted to pursue another master's and get our Type 75 to become an administrator, principal or assistant principal one day. But we love our classrooms. We're not ready to leave them yet.
Yeah. And what's the name of the principal now?
Oh, it's Mr. Flores. It's Mr.
Mr.
Flores.
Flores. So Mr. Flores,
See,
she was joking when she said she wanted to be the principal one day. She's completely kidding. Completely.
Oh, I thought he was gonna put you on blast. Okay, he's being nice. I'm like, don't tell him the principal's name. Okay, Mikey, good job, Mikey. Good looking out.
Miss Guerrero, tell us a little bit about your trajectory and what's happening in your experience with Madero School.
Well, I'm new to Madero. I just started 2 years ago. I'm coming from Cicero, District 99, and now I'm with CPS, which I wish I would have done a long time ago. I really like the community involvement that they have, the parent involvement, how connected they are to the roots, to their ethnicity, and you could see it. As soon as you walk in, you see at the beginning of the school year, the Dia de los Muertos, the altars that they have, the murals. It's a lot of visuals, a lot of arts. I love it. I'm so happy that I did make this move. I'm the bilingual coordinator there. So I support the community, the students, and our newcomers. So it's a completely different experience than what I was doing before. We work with the business around, and we're making a connection with the parents. More than anything, the parents are completely involved, which is something different that I wasn't used to before. We didn't have as much parent involvement as we do here at Madero. The parents are also the ones that support our students by making food for us. That's one of the things that Ms. Ballesteros also does, is getting them to make food for the parents, for fundraisers, and they're very much involved. When I started doing some of the committee and meetings, I was so nervous because I'm like, we have to order the food, we have to get the parents involved, we have to get the flyers, we have to get everything out at a certain time because there's a protocol for everything. And the parents already had it all together.
The moms are like, move over, we got this.
Yes. And I was thinking, wait, we have to have this planned 3 weeks in advance. They're like, no, it's okay, we got it. They're amazing. I really am very happy in the position that I have right now, and especially the school that I'm at with the support.
Yeah, that's super cool. And by the way, you said that the students are making this food. Is that right?
The parents.
The parents are making. I'm sorry, the parents are making this food.
Yes.
And it's always one of the things that like sometimes I speak at schools and I go to schools, and sometimes I go to a school and I'm like, man, this is hard. This is hard work. And it always amazes me when I'm in these environments, these situations with teachers, and then the teachers almost always, I love my job. I love what I do. I love my students. I love my community. I love my teachers. And I'm like, I would love this for about 5 minutes before I would end up in the principal's office. And the patience in the amount of love that you guys demonstrate. Sometimes I'm always like, the value of the experience that a child, his teacher, sometimes, you guys know this. I mean, I'm not preaching to anybody that doesn't know this, but sometimes the teacher is the mom, is the nurse, is the friend, is the brother, is the counselor, is the psychologist, is the person teaching them certain things about hygiene, right? And so what an important role you have, all those steps up. So I'm a big fan of educators. I always have been. I've been supporting educators since I started my shows. And I want to thank you personally both for what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I echo
Tomorrow,
that. Mikey,
tomorrow is an
you're not
example of
lying,
that.
man. You're not lying. Dude. I remember, we're always going to remember most teachers, right? But then there's always going to be a handful of teachers where we're like, man, I still talk to my eighth grade teacher. Shout out to Miss Ames. Um, you guys definitely make an impact, and I'm sure you hear it, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who never get to tell you that they think about you guys probably, quite often and the impact that you've made. So for sure, kudos to you guys as
Thank you. I've
all
always
teachers.
Thank you. I've always lived by teaching is not a job. It's a calling. That's what it is. It's a calling to be there for your students, to be the advocate for them. Like you said, teaching skills, exactly what I do every day. It's like, oh, Ms. Ballesteros, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Besides teaching, it's also that calling that you're there. And what I love about that, and Gwen, to add on to that, it brings me so much happiness in knowing that I am doing something right when I have former students reaching out to me or inviting me to their graduations, high schools and college, and saying, hey, Ms. Ballesteros, I want to just give you an update on my life. And because I'm that teacher that's not friends with any of my former students on social media. So I'm just like, you guys have to email me, or I'll give you my phone number. We can text once you graduate. But it is definitely, and like I said,
Right.
my reward is hearing about you years from now. What are you doing? What's happening in your life? What is it? We're helping them out with a situation.
No, I mean that is awesome.
Yeah.
Gwen, Gwen, there was a comedian this whole time. I've been trying to think of his name, but there was a comedian that said, "What you learn through humor, you never forget." And that struck gold with me because every single teacher that I loved was funny. You know what I mean? Every single teacher that I loved, and I remember them all. The
Yeah.
ones that were Mr. Napoli, right? Mr. Maldonado at Lakeview, right? These were guys that were funny, and then their approach was funny. So, Gwen, tell me if that is kind of true. Tell me a little bit about an experience where a teacher made a big difference in your life.
Well, yeah, no, it's definitely true. I mean, like I said, the same shout out, it was more, not only is it, of course, a sense of humor, which goes a long way, but the fact that somebody's taking the time to try to build that connection with you and that bond, and like you see them, you respect them for the teacher that they are, and you have them at this, like, okay, in a category where you're like, okay, that's an elder, it's a teacher, it's someone, not an elder, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an adult teaching me things. This is somebody who is taking the time to connect with me and finding different ways to do it, whether it's through humor or through bonding through the same kind of music or just being genuine. And I think you can't fake sincerity. You can't fake who you are and if you're genuine or not. And kids are perceptive as hell, like we'll know if you're just faking us out, and we know that, oh, Mrs. Ballesteros, she's cool as hell, man, or Mrs. Guerrero, she's cool, so it's, yeah, Mrs. Ames, shout out Miss Roberson, my kindergarten teacher. I'll tell you guys a quick story. You remember the kindergarten papers with the thick lines when you would write your A's and your B's and your,
Yes.
I wrote my name and I forgot the N in Wendy. And the next day I come to class as my kindergarten teacher, may she rest in peace. She kept going, Weedy girl, what's wrong with you? Come here, Weedy. And I'm like, why is she calling me Weedy today? She gives me my paper graded bag and points out I forgot my N. To this day, I think of Miss Roberson and how she called me Weedy. So definitely impact is not even the word, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's and those are that again. That's great. The other thing too is that teachers did not look like you guys. When I was a kid, my teacher was 174 years old. Her name was Miss Singer. I sometimes I'd be looking at her like, man, is she breathing? Is she okay? Se murió. Esta se murió. Acaba de hacer lo mismo. She passed away. But and there was. But nevertheless, the love and the tenderness, and I just remember all of that, and again, have always been attracted to the idea that so many teachers give so much, and for a lot of us that have done, whatever we've done. We're here because of that. We're here because a teacher took that extra step and loved us a little bit more and wanted to make sure we were educated. So tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow we are doing the Little Village Laugh Festival. Little Village Laugh Festival. Miss Ballesteros, tell us a little bit about what. I'm already giving you the title, Mr. Flores. That was Mr. Flores.
Thank
All
you.
right, that was a slip. I'm not giving her the title of the school yet. Anyway,
no, not yet.
Little Village Laugh Festival tomorrow. Why are we doing it, and where are we sending these kids?
Okay, let me give you a little bit of background on how this all started. So before I officially, it was the year before I became a teacher, my sister, who you mentioned earlier, Juana Ballesteros, shout out to her. She is phenomenal in everything that she does for the community. We took a road trip with the kids, with my niece and my 2 kids. We went to our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. So we're standing in front of the White House. I'm looking, and it was around spring break time. So there was a lot of, students there, right? Yo estoy mirando para acá, I'm looking this way. All I see are blanquitos. I said, why don't I see, and my sister and I were talking, I'm like, why don't I see anyone that looks like us? Why don't I see, kids from our community, Latinos here? So when I came back, I remember I graduated that December, that September, or that August, I was hired already at Madero. And I was like, you know what? Why can our kids from the city of Chicago public schools, from La Villita, from Little Ridge, why can they experience and have the same opportunities that these kids do? We got to figure something out. So here we are, fast forward. I believe this is maybe my 8th or 9th group of students that I will be taking for a graduation trip. So this is their 8th grade graduation trip. I've taken several students to New York before, and I've taken a lot of my groups to Washington, D.C. This year we selected New York, and it is for, right now we have 28 kids registered, but we would love to take 30 students to New York City to experience what is life outside of La Villita. Some of our students have never even flown before. Some of our students have never even left. They leave the neighborhood for a little bit. Some don't even know downtown. So to experience, to give them this, to open up their eyes, to give them this opportunity for even personal growth and to see culture, to have, social awareness, look at the arts, be there in Times Square and look around like, wow, this is giving them the opportunity so that when they become adults, you can continue this and travel and do all this. So we are doing this to benefit 30 of our well-deserved 8th graders from Madero Middle School to help alleviate the cost. So what we have done over the years is I've done these fundraisers, whether if it's like dances, whether it's selling taffy apples, whether doing, our phenomenal shout out to our mothers from Madero who cook food, and then we do teacher lunches and things like that to help alleviate the cost. Because a lot of my students come from single family homes, or both parents are working these jobs, and it's so hard to, this is definitely a financial burden. So I try to alleviate the cost of the trip. So this is why we're doing this tomorrow, to help them, and it's going to benefit them. And I don't take them, we don't drive, we don't go on the bus. I fly with them so that we have more time to spend out there and be these tourists.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And experience other parts of the world. And a few years ago, I had a conversation with a young kid, and I could not believe that he told me, 17 years old, he had never been to O'Hare. Think about that.
That's for many of my students. Yes.
Never been to O'Hare. I mean, just never had been to O'Hare. So, travel is important, but also you're going to change their lives. Those lives are going to be changed. The experience of going to the airport, getting on a plane, flying in, landing in New York.
That's a lifetime experience right there. Yeah. That's a big time memory. Yep.
That's exactly right.
And I was growing up in Little Village. I didn't have this opportunity. There was no one planning an 8th grade graduation trip, going to another city and planning all of this. It was that did not happen. So I'm just trying to give a chance and opportunity to my students. I see myself in them. This is, I grew up, in the neighborhood and all this, but it is definitely when we're out there and they're taking pictures and selfies and doing all these other things, it just is, oh, it's just so rewarding just to see that. And we have really cool chaperones. Shout out to my chaperones. I think they're on here right now, that we take, which is other teachers. We're more of like laid back. We are not. Yes, we're here to take care of you, but at the same time, it's go and have fun, experience this. So yes.
Yeah, well, it's all New York. I was reading some of the comments, and somebody took the words right out of my mouth. And somebody mentioned Springfield, and I was thinking that too. I'm like, girl, New York, that's amazing. I mean,
that is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I remember going to Springfield in a dusty bus, where my teacher told me that I needed to stop being a clown and be stop being a follower, being a Miss Funny Girl on the bus. And I'm like, like the old dingy school bus trips. And New York, that's going to be a dope experience, and I'm excited to be a part of it tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. Thanks for having me on the roster.
So tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, at Mi Tierra, it's the Little Village Laugh Fest, and you've got comedian Joey Villagomez, again, another Latino with a first Latino from Chicago on Comedy Central. He was on HBO Latino. You've got Gwen. We're adding a little bit of a twist tomorrow. I had the pleasure of working with this amazing Mexicana comedian from Mexico, Verito. She's going to be there. And then I but I got a text from Jacida, who has been doing Latino comedy in the community for the last couple of years. And she said, hey, I didn't know this was happening. I'm coming by tomorrow. I'd love to donate some time. So now we've got, 4 comedians on the bill, and it's going to be a great night. For those of you who are asking how you can help, how you can donate, well, here's the deal. It's really, really simple. Buy a ticket. If you can't go, just buy a ticket. Buy one ticket. If you've got nothing to do tomorrow, remember that if you go downtown to see Gwen, Verito, Joey, and Jas, and you go to any comedy club, it's $28, $30 anyway. And we're turning Mi Tierra into the comedy club. But your money goes to send these amazing young students, these 28 to 30. We're going to make sure that 30th student goes, okay? We need to make sure that 30th student goes, okay? So, what a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for you to support the community. But then also, right, if you like comedy, just come to Mi Tierra tomorrow. You got to go all the way downtown to see these shows. And it's coming to Mi Tierra tomorrow. Doors open at 6. 7 o'clock show. Your $30 includes appetizers and soft drinks. Okay. Now nobody wants to go because we said soft drinks. Okay. No, hard liquor. No. I'm going to throw this out there right now. If I could get anybody at all, anybody watching this right now, if I can get anybody right now at this exact moment, okay, to commit to $100, I'm sending you to see In the Heights, and you're still going to go to the show tomorrow. Okay?
Call now.
$100 right now. You're going to go see the show tomorrow, and you're going to go see In the Heights. In the Heights is coming to the Marriott Lincolnshire. It's an all-Latino, amazing cast. The previews are right now. I'll give you the choice of date that you want. But I'm telling you right now, make that commitment for $100. You're going to change some kids' lives. That's what we do. That's what teachers do. And I'm making that offer right now. So, Gwen?
You want me to make that $100 donation?
No, I want you to help me sell it.
Well, be there, people. I mean, what else do we got to tell you? You heard all the stuff that Mrs. Ballesteros and Mrs. Guerrero said, and Gwen La Roka is going to be on the stage. Joey Villagomez. I haven't been on stage with Joey in a while. It's been a while, so we're gonna get goofy tomorrow, definitely. And come on, man, there's gonna be. All you had to say was apps. That's how you know Mikey's gonna be there. Mikey's gonna be there, the MC of the MCs of all MCs. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going because of the kids in New York, and I'm going because I saw free appetizers, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Okay? A mí me vale nada those kids. I mean, I'm just listening. There's gonna be food. Vaya voy. Okay, that's it. All right.
Mikey, can I say something, you guys? I just got a text message from someone who is giving us a nice donation. Can I share it already?
Let's hear it. Who is it?
Can I hear it? Okay, this is actually someone from Little Village, from our community. She grew up in Little Village, and she is more than anything to give back to the community she grew up in. And this is actually, her name is Beatriz Lira, and she's a State Farm. She's from State Farm Insurance.
Hey,
thank you so much. I am so excited for this. I just received a text message from a good friend of my sister's, one of her best friends, who connected me with her. And she, I love this, what I hear from her. She just she loves to give back to the community. So she really, really wants to do this. And she's giving a very generous donation. And this is Beatriz Liria from State Farm Insurance. Her office is located at 2020 West 35th Street, technically 35th and Damon. So any of the fighters out there, here we go. If you need some insurance there, but shout out to you. Thank you so much for your generous donation, Beatriz.
Thank you so much, Beatriz. That's what I'm talking about. There are plenty of Latinos in Pilsen, Mexicanos, Puertorriqueños in Pilsen, in Little Village, in Humboldt Park, that know about this possible experience for these young kids. We're asking you just to support this particular event. These kids are going to go to New York and have a great time. Angie Guerrero and Nancy, you guys are going to be upset with me. I don't have a pen. Okay? Typical Mikey O, big production, big show off, no pen. I need you to write this down. Ruthie Maldonado Delwich is in for $100.
Oh, that's nice. Thank
you.
Miriam Acosta is in for $100.
Oh, thank you.
Johnny Felix is going to donate a painting that we can give away tomorrow, that we can raffle tomorrow. Johnny Felix.
All right. Nice.
He's an amazing Chicago artist. Beatriz Lira, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being an awesome community partner. I don't have insurance. I got H&R insurance, hit and run, so I cannot. But I appreciate you so much. Yvette Ruiz, the amazing Little Village pharmacist. She is another amazing story. She's in for $100.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. And again, thank you, Yvette. Thank you,
Ruthie.
Miriam. Thank you to Ruthie. Thank you, Johnny. All right. And again, what I'm telling you right now is that you are going to change a life. Your $100 may just be $100, but I will tell you, you're going to change a life. Okay.
These kids are never going to forget it.
Yes, we're going to get pictures, and we're going to post the pictures of this when they come back with pictures, and you are going to change a life. So again, thank you guys so much. The show tomorrow, the address for the show tomorrow, great. It's Mi Tierra. Mi Tierra is located at 2528 South on Kedzie. Doors open at 6, mi gente. It's going to be an amazing show. The exact same show people are paying $30 to see downtown. You're going to see in Little Village tomorrow. So please, please, please come out and support. You can buy your tickets. If you can't donate the $100, we're okay with that. You can buy your ticket here. Maybe tomorrow you can drive by. I don't want to see the show, but here's $5. We'll take it. Okay. We'll take it. All right. So we've got about a minute and a half left. I want to just thank you again, teachers. Thank you so much for what you do, for what you've done for these kids. What's going to happen in New York will be life-changing years from now when they rename, the school Madero Guerrero Institute for the Learning. You'll remember this. And so I really I just want you guys to know that we appreciate it. We're excited about tomorrow. Gwen's excited about tomorrow.
It's going to be a good time. It is going to be a good time.
Yes, it is.
I didn't know about the extra lineup, Mikey. That's nice. You guys are in for a nice lineup.
They're in for a nice lineup. I talked to Joey V earlier. He cannot make it. He's committed. His daughter is an amazing an amazing artist, and he's committed with her. But Ruthie and everybody who asked to donate, they're asking where they can send the money. Okay, so
let me give them my address at 17.
Yeah, Mikey O Charity Fund. No, I'm kidding. You're going to go to inbox us on inbox me on Messenger, and I'm going to connect you with Miss Ballesteros. She'll tell you exactly how to get the money. So we appreciate that. And the links are here. Boom, for how to get your tickets. I don't know who Sunny Lavois is, but she's been doing some great posting here. Thank you, Sunny, and thank you, Tracy Hyder. Thank you, Tracy Hyder.
That's our phenomenal IB coordinator at Madero. If you're looking for a wonderful school, can I just say that really quick? Madero Middle School has the International Baccalaureate program and the ROTC program. That's Miss Hyder, who is actually one of our chaperones that's going. She's posting the link to purchase tickets.
Love it. Love it. Love
takes
it.
A village. Takes a village.
Yes,
it takes a village. I'm going to post this one last time. And let's see here really quick. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, 6 p.m., Mi Tierra, Little Village Laugh Festival, 2528 Kedzie, comedian Gwen La Roka, comedian Joy Villagomez, comedian Ja Sida, comedian Verito Yaverito. It's going to be a great show. The cover includes appetizers, and your money is going to go to support these kids to send them off to New York City. So, no, absolutely.
I'm over here like with my students. Also, if you want to bring any of your parents or anything, there will be a portion of it that will be Spanish. So I wanted to say that as well, because a lot of my parents from the community aren't coming because they don't understand English, but because it's also going to be in Spanish, they're coming out to support. So if you want to bring someone else, please do so. Just wanted to say that as well.
And I'll be singing my hit song, Allá en el Rancho Grande, allá donde vivía.
Love it. Thank you.
You ready, Gwen?
Puerto Rican learns one Mexican song, and that's all he sings.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Mi gente, MikeyO.com. For more information on what we do, go to MikeyOShow.com. Please follow me on Instagram and know that comedians, Gwen La Roka, Joey, all the comedians that work on our shows, the best part about them, yes, they're funny. Yes, they're from Chicago, but they're committed to Chicago communities, which to me, it's where it's at. Support those that support your communities, mi gente. Much love. We'll talk to you tomorrow at the show. We're going to have a great time. All right?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.